Hey guys, what's up? It's RS Broseidon, and welcome to my 1 to 80 Dungeoneering guide. Now, I'm going to be making this guide in 3 parts, mainly because if I uh, if I hadn't, it probably would have been like an hour and a half fucking guide. It would have been really long, and I don't. The render time would just be days. So I'm gonna put it out in 3 parts, and I'm hoping to put out at least a part a week. It's a lot of time and it's a lot of effort so far, right? Couple disclaimers about the guide. In some of this guide, you'll see that I'm not 80 Dungeoneering. By the end of it, and by the time I put part 3 up, I will be at 80 Dungeoneering, most definitely. Like right now, I'm recording the introduction, and I'm only 76 Dungeoneering. Don't get butthurt about it, guys. To be honest, after 70 Dungeoneering, fucking nothing changed. Nothing changes except fucking floors you do, and except shit after that. It's really kind of it doesn't vary much. You don't have to go do a new method. There's one method to do Dungeoneering, is to do Dungeoneering. Another disclaimer. Um, I'm gonna tell you my method and how I did it. It may not be the best method for you. It may not be the best method for everyone. But this is what worked for me, and I hope you guys can appreciate that. And if it's not the way you got 80 Dungeoneering and you're watching this, which I don't know why you would, because it's a 1 to 80 Dungeoneering guide, you don't need it. Click off this video. But before you do that, leave a like. I'm just saying. But I hope you guys can. I hope this guide helps you. That's why I'm making it. I wish I had a guide like this. I didn't find any good guides when I started. Really wish some good guide makers would make a really good guide. But I can see why it's not. It's going to be a long guide, and I'm going to put it out in 3 parts. Now, unfortunately, guys, in the guide, I can't put bosses into it because there's so many bosses. I can't put monsters, but I might put make another bosses series. Dungeoneering bosses with RS Broseidon. All right. Also, in part one, you guys probably won't see me as 80 Dungeoneering, to be honest, because this really starting out stuff. You really don't need to be 80 to know how to get to 180. It's really simple, and yeah. Now, Dungeoneering at itself is it's a difficult, really unique skill, because if you know about Dungeoneering, it is essentially the end game skill. What I mean by that is it incorporates every single one of these skills. Every single one. See it? Not one skill is unincorporated into this skill. So I don't really know what other skill fucking Jagex will put out, because Dungeoneering is the end game, really. So that's why it's difficult. You need to be a really well-rounded RuneScape player. Fortunately for me, I am pretty well-rounded. I got a lot of good high levels and all that stuff. I mean, like, it would be awesome to play with a max player. If you got a max friend, Dungeoneer with him. He'll open up every door. You can make every pot. That's what a couple teams run into. Um, reasons why Dungeoneering sucks. It's really not the dungeons. I love Dungeoneering. Like, I love the skill. When you get on a good team, it's really fun to do. Sorry if you can hear my chair in the background. It's kind of squeaky. But when you get on a good Dungeoneering team, it is a really fun skill. I enjoy it. What is shitty about Dungeoneering is finding teams. Now, the thing about Dungeoneering is that it's basically a social skill. What I mean by social skill is that the only way to level it efficiently enough is to do it with other players. So what this means is um that you have to work with other players, and everyone knows that the RuneScape community is full of a bunch of dickhead assholes that are just trying to ruin everybody else's time, and yeah, that's why it is no fun. Another reason it's just really confusing. That's what was off-putting for me mostly, that it was just very, very confusing to start out. No one knew what they were doing. It's really confusing to do, and it's so much complication for skill. But I hope you find out that it's really not that complicated, right, guys? So there's actually no guide part in this at all. Really, this is just an introduction. If you want to call it part 1, or I don't really know. This guide is 3 parts, so I'm calling it not a part. It's an introduction. I don't know what your deal is if you're calling it that, but besides that, guys, okay. So my guide will be into 3 parts. part 1 will be Dungeoneering Basics. Part 2, In the Dungeon. And Part 3, Doors, Doors, Doors. I guess you can say Part 3 is all about doors. But anyways, guys, those are they're the annotations on the motherfucking screen right now. I want you guys to click on those as they come up. I'm going to try to put each guide part out once a week. And hopefully, part 1 will be out in a couple days. It's not really that, hard to put out part 1. Alright guys, I think that is it for me. Tell me if you think I missed anything. Also comment below what you want to see in the guide, if there's anything special. I haven't made the other parts yet, which is nice. So if you don't like what I'm doing, if I leave something out, I can always put it in, since they're small segmented parts. So guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys have a good night, having a good summer, get your dick wet, whatever you want. I will see you all later.